Hello, and welcome back to Grim and Whim. In today's episode, we'll be looking at 4 creepy encounter stories where humans continue to be the weirdest things we can encounter on this earth. And with all that being said, let's get started. The first story is titled, Watch Your Kids in the Stores. I'm young. I'm 30, so I'm kind of young. I saw this little girl at Walmart not too long ago, running around in the toy aisles, and she must have ran past me 4 or 5 times. And every time she did, a man would be right behind her on her tail, and for some reason I could just feel something was off. I stopped the little girl and I asked her if she was lost. She said, "Yes." I said, "Is this man your daddy?" And with tears in her eyes, she looked at him and slowly back at me and said, "No." I grabbed her by the hand and told her we were going to go up to the front and have them call for her mom as the man was in our aisle. And I gripped her hand a little harder when we walked past him and went to the front of the store, walking right past the man and looking him straight in the eye. And he just kind of gave me this side smirk that, till this day, makes the hair raise on my entire body. Had I not stopped that little girl and brought her to the front to find her mom, I'm genuinely scared to know what would have happened to her. Our second story is entitled, Sixth Sense Kicked In with Customer. In my early 20s, I landed a receptionist job in a sales office at a manufactured housing community. It was my first office job after working in daycare and the food and drink industry. I was so excited. I greeted potential buyers, set up appointments, and staged the spec homes with our stock of furniture and decorations. I worked with one other person in the office who was the salesman. When he was out of the office, I took potential buyers through our spec homes, and I gathered their information to follow up. I was working alone one day when a customer came into the office looking to potentially purchase his first home. I gathered some information from the young man and asked if he would like to look at some of our spec homes. And as we walked down the sidewalk towards the row of spec homes, we chatted about the various floor plans and finishes available. I knew the product information and had no trouble confidently answering his questions. He was friendly and reminded me of a classmate from high school that had played offense on the football team. I decided to show him the 2 home models that best fit his price range and desired floor plan. Since I had already shared most of the technical information during the first home tour, I gave him some space to freely look around the second home. He walked through the main living area and stopped in the doorway to one of the back bedrooms. He called out, "Hey, what is this back here?" and pointed to the corner of the room that I couldn't see from where I was standing. I knew these floor plans by heart, so I politely answered that it was a closet, and in my mind I was sarcastically thinking, "Really? You don't know what a closet is?" He chuckled again and asked, "No, really. Come here. What is this back here?" I could tell by his tone that he was pressuring me to come see for myself. He mentioned for me to come closer and take a look. His tone was friendly, but his request didn't make sense, so I paused. And in that split second, something shifted. Maybe it was the energy in the air, the hairs on my neck standing straight up, or the way that his eyes changed before me. I suddenly sensed the power dynamic had shifted. I did not feel safe. With all the lightheartedness I could muster, I repeated, "Oh, it's a closet. Excuse me for a moment. I need to check on something outside." I quickly made my exit back to the sidewalk outside the house. I had no concrete reason for why I felt the overwhelming need to leave the house immediately. I didn't understand why my body sensed danger. I just knew I needed to act quickly. Over the next few days, the young man came back to the office to meet with the salesman. He filled out all the various paperwork needed to purchase a home and live within the community.